This question comes from basically everyone who's ever laid on the floor and thought, what if gravity just stopped? So let's imagine that, for 5 seconds, gravity on Earth completely vanishes. Gone. No warning, no slow fade. Just poof. 5 seconds of pure, beautiful, terrifying, gravity-free chaos. First, let's get one thing straight. Gravity isn't just something that keeps apples on trees or people stuck to the ground. It holds everything together. Our bodies, the oceans, buildings, atmosphere, and yes, even the sandwich in your lunchbox. So, what happens the moment gravity disappears? Well, if you were standing still, you'd suddenly float upwards, not like a balloon, but like a person in a haunted house who forgot the rules of physics. Anything that's not nailed down, or heavy enough to resist inertia, starts moving up. People, cars, coffee cups, cats. Even that one sock you lost under the bed, it's now gently rising toward the ceiling, along with the dust you've been ignoring for months. Planes in the sky, they were using lift, not gravity, to stay airborne. But without gravity pulling them downward, their engines and wings won't know how to balance anymore. They'll start to drift awkwardly, passengers floating out of their seats in a confused cloud of peanuts and juice boxes. Now, you might be thinking, cool, I get to fly. But hold on, Peter Pan. 5 seconds is just enough time for things to go very wrong. Let's say you're jumping on a trampoline when it happens. You'd launch into the air, and without gravity to pull you back, you'd just keep rising. And then gravity would come back, and you'd fall, hard, from wherever you'd reached in those 5 seconds. Ouch. Okay, so 5 seconds doesn't sound like much, but Earth is spinning at around 1,600 kilometers per hour at the equator. With no gravity, there's nothing anchoring you to that spinning rock. So you might actually drift sideways, not just up. Imagine the Earth continuing to spin while you float above it. When gravity returns, you're no longer where you started. You fall, somewhere else, like your neighbor's pool, or worse, on their barbecue grill. Surprise. Meanwhile, the oceans are having a full-blown identity crisis. Without gravity, they stop hugging the Earth's surface. They lift. Water near the surface sprays upward, forming a misty, planet-sized fountain. Fish, seaweed, and unfortunate scuba divers go along for the ride. The moment gravity returns, all that water comes crashing back down. Tsunamis? Try global slap-in-the-face level waves. Let's not forget the atmosphere. Air, which usually clings to Earth thanks to gravity, starts drifting into space. Not enough to suffocate us in 5 seconds, but enough to cause strange pressure shifts. Your ears would pop like you're on a jet roller coaster. Birds? They'd just freeze mid-flight and then plummet like feathered bricks. The International Space Station might be okay. Ironically, it's already in microgravity. But satellites in low Earth orbit, they rely on gravity to keep their orbital path stable. A 5-second glitch could be enough to knock some out of sync. Hello, meteor shower made of metal. And now the part no one thinks about, what happens inside your own body. Gravity helps your heart pump blood, keeps your guts where they're supposed to be, and even keeps your balance system calibrated. For 5 seconds, your organs feel like they've been tossed into a zero-G washing machine. You'd probably feel dizzy, maybe nauseous, and extremely confused. Your inner ear would stage a small rebellion. Now imagine all of this happening while you're brushing your teeth, or cooking pasta, or using the bathroom. Yeah, not pretty. And then, just as suddenly, it's over. Gravity snaps back. Everything falls. Chaos in reverse. People land on rooftops, trees, sidewalks. Ocean water slams into coastlines. Air compresses again, causing a massive thump you could probably hear across continents. Animals yelp. Birds shriek. The news headlines? Gravity glitch causes minor apocalypse. The good news? Humanity survives. Probably. Most buildings were designed for vertical force, not sideways floating cows. But give it time, and we'd recover. And we'd all remember the 5 seconds we floated, and regretted every choice that led to that glass of orange juice now splattered on the ceiling. So, what if Earth had no gravity for 5 seconds? You'd float, you'd panic, you'd fall, and somewhere, some kid would say, "Again!"